up, I envisioned myself, married, a couple of kids, a nice house, having a great job, the typical American dream. After we became homeless, it was have a place to live, feed my children. Can I provide for them? It turned our life upside down. And it wasn't getting any better. It wasn't going to get any better. I had asked for a divorce. It wasn't going to happen. I felt trapped. I felt unsafe. I felt that my children were unsafe and we had to leave. My son in particular was very angry. He didn't understand what was going on. They were used to getting everything they wanted. I remember the first time we had to go to the grocery store, my son wanted to get a Hot Wheels car that was $1, and I couldn't get it for him because I didn't know if that $1 would pay for something else that we would need, and he didn't understand that. He was very upset, and it was hard for him. It was hard for him to understand that now things had to be different. Anything can happen. Circumstances change very quickly. And to judge someone because they're homeless just isn't fair or accurate. The reality is that homeless veterans typically have issues that have led them to their homelessness. Maybe they have post-traumatic stress disorder due to their combat experience. Maybe they couldn't get off the couch because they have traumatic brain injuries. They lose their job, their family falls apart, and they end up on the street. There's so many different ways that someone can be homeless. People's reactions when we became homeless varied. Some were sympathetic. Some looked at us like, we weren't good enough. There was that stigma that there must be something wrong with us because we were homeless.
Before being exposed to a lot of information about homelessness, I just sort of associated mental illness and drug abuse with homelessness. But now that I've had this exposure, I know that a lot of people who are homeless are veterans and that they don't necessarily have drug abuse problems or mental illnesses. I think a lot of high school students, when they think of homelessness, they think of the stereotypical drunk man on the street or person with mental illness running around saying things. They don't really understand everyone that is homeless.
President Obama has made a commitment to ending homelessness by 2015. In 2009, there were 131,000 homeless veterans living on the street on any given night. That number is down to about 75,000 right now.
Our homeless veterans need help because they served our country. They've helped protect us and many, many others. I have the utmost respect for any veteran. I wouldn't want to leave them high and dry. You just can't do that to somebody. They put their life on the line for us, so there's no reason why we shouldn't bend over backwards to help them. Veterans in particular may be more resistant to accepting help because they're very proud. There is a sort of brotherhood that goes along with being a veteran. However, if you tell your brother that you're struggling with homelessness or mental health issues or substance abuse, then you're seen as weak. And that's why it makes it very difficult for a veteran to ask and accept for help. I think my experience as being homeless, it gives me an understanding of the struggles that the veterans might face. If we run into a veteran that's homeless, we need to get them to a safe place, a shelter, a transitional living, a rehab, a VA, wherever it is that they need to go depending on their issues.
There are many, many programs that we run and support that serve homeless veterans and serve veterans who are at risk of being homeless. First and foremost is the Veteran Service Officer that resides in every city or town. That Veteran Service Officer has the ability to provide financial and medical assistance as well as help with heating and housing. And I would encourage people to check with that Veteran Service Officer if they have needs in this area or want to find out if they can help.
State and federal agencies across America have made a commitment to end homelessness among veterans, but we need your help in order to reach our goals faster. As high school students, you can become part of the solution by volunteering at a local homeless shelter or with the Department of Veterans Affairs. You can help us generate both interest and support for the cause. Together we can raise awareness and tear down stigmas about homelessness that make it harder to provide assistance to our nation's heroes.